Hello everyone, this is Bishop Stewart here, and I wanted to do this quick video to show you how to use the Space Meet system with World Global Network, and also we're going to do a couple of comparisons between the Space Meet screen sharing webinar platform versus some of the other platforms out there you might be used to, like GoToWebinar, etc. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to utilize this amazing software and technology. Well, first you're going to log into your back office. You're going to scroll all the way down to where you see Space System. Okay, so scroll down here to where you see Space System. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, you're going to click on Space System. It's going to take a second here to load up. Then you click on Space Meet. Under Business, you'll see right here. It says Communicate and then Business, because this is more for a business application. Okay, so under Communicate, you have your VoIP, Postcard, Wireless. Under Business, you have SpaceWorks and Space Meet. So we go ahead and click on that. And it's going to drop this down right here. And then you simply click Access. But one of the things I want to read for you real quick, it says a unique cloud-based platform for online meetings, webinars, and video conferences, regardless of the operating system, time zone, or location, and no download is required. Okay, so that's very, very important. That's a comparison we're going to make towards the end here. You can host up to 1,500 people on your webinar, so you can have 1,500 attendees and up to 32 video conference participants from all over the world. So you can bring up to 32 people all on camera with you at the same time. Okay, very, very powerful technology. So when you come here and you click on Meet, it's going to drop down this menu. Now you'll notice here, this is your webinar platform right here. Okay, so this is your webinar link, I should say, that you would send out to guests to attend your video conference. There's two links. This is where you can access one of them. So if I was to copy that and put that right here, okay, so it's going to bring this up for people, and then they would put in their name, click connect to server, and they'd immediately be logged in to my webinar, okay, or my presentation. Very, very simple. So that would be the address, the webinar address URL that you would send to people. So now what we want to do is just simply click Access Now. So you should store that link, this link right here somewhere, so you always know what it is. It's just going to be your username.worldspacemeet.com. Your username.worldspacemeet.com. My username is Bishop Stewart, so it's bishopstewart.worldspace.meet.com. Okay, so then as soon as you log in, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is your audio and video wizard is going to come up telling you to link and sync your video and your audio. Okay, so you can make sure that your audio is working properly and your video is working properly. So to do this, all we need to do is simply click Next. And then it's telling you here, it's going to allow you to set your speakers and your microphone to the proper one. So you simply click Next again. And then it's going to have a drop-down menu of giving you the choices that you have with your operating system. So you might have a built-in microphone with your computer. You can click on that, like mine says internal microphone. Or I can use the microphone USB ear microphone, which is the headset that I have right now. So I would go ahead and click that and highlight the headset and then click Next. And then you can test your sound by simply click here to test sound. Boom, 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 right? It's going to play some cool music for you. To make sure you can hear that, then click Next. And then this is just saying that do you allow Adobe Flash Player to access your microphone and your camera, okay, if you allow World Space Meet to do that. So you simply click Allow, that link, allow, and then you can test. Your microphone. And you should be able to hear your microphone in your speakers when you're talking, okay? So once that is correct, then you can simply click Next, and it's going to do your camera, and there I am. So all of that is working fine. That's the camera I want to use. And then you click Next again. And this you can do if you want to. This is going to check the bandwidth of your computer to make sure you have enough download speed for your internet connection. Okay, so this will basically determine what live video conference settings you can have and safely use with our platform. So if you wanted to stream videos and stream like YouTube videos or your camera, etc., how fast the speed is going to be. So you simply click start and do that. Okay, I'm not going to do that now because there's no need to sit here and watch that, but you could do that and it's going to let you know what your download and your upload speed is. So simply click next, and now we are in our webinar platform. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is simply discuss some of the aspects of this webinar platform. Now this, you guys, is one of the most streamlined and powerful webinar platforms that I have seen. I have used multiple webinar platforms, and I've spent a lot of money on them, and none of them can compare to the Space Meet. Okay, so one of the things you can do immediately is notice that right here it says private mode. You can check that or uncheck that. Now, what that's going to do, when you have it checked on private mode, this means that the people that are attending your webinar can only they can chat with you, but they cannot see other people's messages or see who else is attending your webinar. So if you want everyone to see each other or know who's on the webinar with you and everyone to see each other's messages, then you would unclick that and it's public. Now, the reason that we oftentimes keep it as private is because if you're doing a presentation for business or something and you have a bunch of people on there from all over the world, you don't really know who they are. You don't want people interrupting your presentation or chatting and cross-recruiting or sending other people links, etc., and basically spamming your attendees, right, and distracting them. So sometimes we leave it on private so only those messages come to us, and that way we can kind of monitor what's happening. Okay, so you have that. Now you'll notice right here on the right hand side it says mobile access code. That's the access code you want to give people that are trying to access your presentation via their mobile device. So they're on their smartphone or something. You want to give them this number. Okay, like mine is 33589. I would send that out when I'm sending out my invitations for the webinar, so people that are attending via smartphone or mobile will be able to already have that code and put that in and join the presentation. That's very important. Now, let's go ahead and start with some of the functionality. So we click on Meeting Tools. The first thing that comes up is Invite Guest. So very simply, all I have to do is click this. I can type a simple message in here up to 25 characters. I mean, up to 25 people at a time I can send this message to. And so I'm going to put in all the email addresses here, separated by a comma. Okay, so like if it was my email address, I would just go boom, 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 then a comma, and then I would put someone else's email address, comma, Smith 321 at Yahoo. I'm just making these up, comma, etc. So I would separate them by commas, and I can put up to 25 at a time. Now I can also type a simple message in here that is going to be sent out with the invitation, and I can also choose how long guest account can be valid, like how long they have to actually access and attend the webinars, etc., how many days. Okay, and then I simply click send guest invitations if that's what I wanted to do. Okay, now you're also going to notice there's another link right here that appears for the guest when they get their login instructions. You'll notice that that link is different than the link we previously spoke about, right? The other one that I showed you was to send out to your guests. It doesn't matter which one you send out, they both work fine. Okay, they both work exactly the same. Okay, so that's how you do your invites. Now, your address book. You can also keep an address book of certain people. So let's say you have people in your company, your organization, or in your family, and you want to just store in their contact information. So whenever you're doing something, you can immediately come to your address book and click on certain names, and those people are automatically connected. Okay, so very, very simple to do that. Okay. And then you simply, whenever you're going to do something, you can simply come here, highlight them, type a message, and click send, and it's automatically going to go to them. Okay. Now, view share desktop. So if you're doing a presentation or you're on a presentation and someone is sharing their desktop and you don't see it, you can simply just come here and click view shared desktop and you'll be able to see their desktop if they have that activated. Now, live video conferencing. The cool thing with our platform, it allows you to bring up to 32 other people on the video conferencing at one time. So we can all basically see each other, up to 32 people, kind of like a Google Hangout, right? We can all talk, see each other, share files, use the whiteboard, etc. So you simply click that, live video conferencing. Okay, and it's going to activate my camera. I simply come down here and click on webcam. Now here I can control how large of a video size I want to show people. I can put it at 240. I can go all the way up to 640 by 480. And I can even do full screen, which means the people watching my presentation are going to see me in full screen on their webinar platform. Okay, so in the quality, I can go, medium to low quality, all the way up to high quality, more high def. Okay, so I can bring it down here like that. Okay, very, very simple and very, very cool to be able to do that. Okay, so that's with the live video conferencing. You can control the size of your webcam. Very, very cool. Now, here's something that's very, very awesome that we're able to do. We can present YouTube videos. Okay, so the cool thing about this is when you come here, all you have to do is click Add Online Video, upload FLV video, so you can actually upload videos from your desktop or something like that, or add online videos. So what I'm going to do here is go to youtube.com, right? Go to youtube.com. Okay, and let's just say that it's this video right here with Will Smith and Jimmy Fallon. And so let's say I want to use that video, right? So all I have to do is go to Add Online Video. And here, where it says Video URL, I simply come up here, take this video, copy the URL up here for this video, click Copy, come back here, paste that video in right there. And then I can enter a name for this video. So I can say Will Smith and Jimmy Fallon. Okay? And spelled it wrong there, Jimmy Fallon, and then simply click Add. Right? That's all you have to do. And now it's automatically stored in your video library. How cool is that? So I can be at any computer now across the world. It doesn't have to be my computer. When I log in my system, all my videos are there if I want to stream a video and play it for someone. So now I can simply like if I'm doing a presentation and I want to show a video, now I can just come here. Let me go back, present video, and then now, because I already have it uploaded, simply press please select a video, and I scroll down to the one I want. I have Space Computer in Real Life Situations, Join the Technology Revolution, Dubai Event Space Computer Revealed, and Will Smith, Jimmy Fallon. I click on that and click play. I'm glad you're here. And there it is, right? It's that simple. So now other people are watching that video. Yes. Oh, we both like rap music. So that's very cool, right? So now other people are watching that video being streamlined to them. Rap music, yes. Very, very cool, right? Yes, you are. So that's how this technology works, right? Now, the other platforms I was spending hundreds of dollars with a month didn't have that capability. So it's really, really powerful. Now, same thing with Present Slides, okay? So with Present Slides, we can have PowerPoints, Word, or PDF documents here, okay? So one of the things that we come here, if you want to upload a presentation, you can simply click on Upload, and it's going to ask you to type in the name of your presentation, etc., right? And then once that's stored, it's all right here. You just drop down and select a presentation, just like what we did with the video, okay? So here it allows you to write on the presentation, do different things with it. But let's just say I'm presenting and I'm ready to start my presentation. All I have to do is come here to USA Presentation in English, Click that now because I already have it uploaded. And it's going to take a few seconds here. And there we go. There's my presentation, right? Very, very cool and sleek. Now, here's something that's very important. If I want to start my presentation and have these slides actually move, the first thing you have to do, because you'll notice if you're hitting enter or the arrows, nothing is moving. And here's why. You have to actually come here where it says slides, and it goes through all your different slides. It has them numbered. You have to actually select a slide to start the slide actually moving. So now that I've done that, I can actually hit the down arrow and move forward throughout my presentation. Okay, so that's very, very important to know, because otherwise you're going to be sitting there frustrated wondering why the slides aren't moving. Okay, so again, once it comes up, the presentation, you do have to select one of the slides because it doesn't know. And that's actually a cool feature because they don't know where you want to start your presentation. You might want to start it on slide 10, right? So that's there for you. Okay, very, very powerful. Now, one of the other things I want to mention is right here, we have toggle view. And I'll go through this a little bit more later, but with toggle view, people can either see your presentation just like this. They'll see the people, the current attendees, the chat and everything right here on the left-hand side, or you can go to toggle view. Okay, so you can toggle the view and make it more full screen for everyone so they don't see any of the chatting or anything like that. You can see it, but they can't see it. And so now it's going to look like this for them. Now, if you wanted to see the chat box and everything again, all you have to do is come here and you'll see that the arrow forms here in the left-hand corner. Bring your cursor there and then just slide it back like this. So what happens is it's still in toggle view for everyone else. It's still in full screen. But now you can still see the chat area, but everyone else can't, right? It's all full screen for them, the PowerPoint, okay? So if you want to take it off, you simply click it again, and it's taken off for other people. Okay, so now we have the Document Center. This is actually the way I upload my files. It's so much easier to do it this way. So if you want to upload a file, you simply click Upload File. Download a file, click Download a file. You can select a file and delete it by highlighting it over here, putting the check mark there. So very simple, you know, upload file. It's going to bring you to your desktop or whatever, and you can choose what file you want to upload and just upload that into the Document Center, and then it's automatically going to be made available for you. Okay. Now, we have something really cool, which is our whiteboard feature. So say you're doing a presentation and you have stuff you want to draw on there. Say you're drawing circles and you're talking about the binary or something like that. Very simply, you can select the pen or something and you can start drawing circles. You know, you're building your left team and your right team, etc. And then each person builds two sales teams, etc., etc. So if you're doing a training or you're whatever it is, right, or you're letting your kid draw something to grandma, it doesn't matter what it is, but you're able to come in here and do all of that. And it has so many different functionalities and cool things you can do, in different colors you can add, and stuff like that, right? It has all kinds of stuff you can do. As you can see here, I can create just pretty much anything that I want to using this awesome tool right here. So I can change colors, I can change symbols, I can use a grid like that. So you can just come in here and play around with it. You can select all kinds of different tools. I can load an image in here if I wanted to, right? So if I wanted to upload my picture or something, then I can do that, right? I can upload my picture in here, and then on my image, I can do all kinds of things on my picture, right? I can draw on the picture. So you have all kinds of things, you guys, that you can do in here, and it's very, very powerful. You can adjust the thickness here. So let's say that I wanted this pen to write thicker. You see how it's thicker now? So I can do that. Just really cool stuff that you can do in here. Okay, and I can change the background and stuff like that too. So very, very cool feature. Right now, you can undo everything right here. Very, very simple. And also, this is something that's really cool, is you can save whatever you've done on your whiteboard, right? You can come here and save that information, okay? So that's one thing that I really like about this, and that I see that is very, very unique, is that I can actually save what I've done with this whiteboard, okay? So just wanted to show you guys that. You have a pointer, so if you're doing a presentation, you can point to everything. You can actually add text. So let's say that I wanted to type something. I can actually type, as you can see right there, right? But it's in the wrong color for you to see it, so I can change it like that. So I can add text wherever I want. Really cool technology, you guys, okay? So let me go ahead and clear all this out and get rid of this whiteboard for you. Oh, also you can zoom. I forgot about the zoom that I was going to show you as well. Okay, so we don't want to save this or anything like that. So we are pretty much done with the whiteboard. Okay, now the host control panel, when you click on that, it's going to bring you up all of the basically other functionalities and kind of instructions on how to do certain things. Now, if you wanted to have, one of the things with SpaceMeet is people do not have to register to join your meeting, which is very powerful, right? They don't have to do that. They don't have to pre-register and all that. They just go there, put in their name, and they're automatically taken there. But if you wanted people to register, all you have to do is come here and click on create registration page, and it shows you how to do that, okay? So you can create a customized registration page, and people will put in their name and number and all this kind of stuff, and you can gather their information, right? Their name and email address, etc. And you can also use email reminders. So it's going to send out, the system will automatically send them out reminders of your webinar. An hour before, 6 hours before, 12 hours before, write a personalized message, etc. Okay? Very exciting. And so you can get a copy every time someone registers as well, sent to your email. Okay? So very cool. You can export the guest data. So you can basically build your list with this platform. You can get it sent to you, all the names and email addresses. You can record the meetings. You can do branding. So you can change the whole theme of the webinar platform. You can put your logos there, change the colors, do all of that type of stuff. So all that information is right in here. Okay. Now, another thing that we want to do is come here. We have the whiteboard, create and manage space postcards, which is really cool. Create and manage your web recording. So when you're recording a conference, and we're going to go through that here in just a second, you can actually manage all of them. All of them are going to be stored here on your platform. So your plugins. Okay, so when they add new plugins like the Web VoIP optimization service, you can add that too as well, where people can actually call in to your webinar platform and hear you versus being online on their desktop, etc. Okay, so that's really cool. Now the chat, if you click that, as you can see, the chat area just disappeared, right? So if you don't want to see that, it's distracting you, you can take that away and people won't see that. And same with attendees. If you don't want people to see who's there or it's distracting you, you can totally take that away. Now also with notes, this is really cool. You can actually take notes while you're doing your meeting or send people notes. So I can type messages here and do that for people, and they're going to see that information, right? Now, what's cool about this is, and your people can do this as well, I can give them access to take notes while I'm doing the presentation, right? They can do that, and guess what? Then you can actually save your notes. How cool is that? I mean, this is an amazing platform. I can click there, and it will save my notes, right? If I want to save my notes. Absolutely, absolutely powerful technology. I mean, they really thought of everything with this platform, okay? So we have that. Now, I wanted to come back up here because you notice I didn't talk about end meeting. Very important. When you finish your presentation, click end meeting. If you don't, you're still going to be considered logged in, and people can still sit there and look at your screen and do all that different kind of stuff. So make sure you come up here and click End Meeting here, or you click it here. Okay, very, very simple to do. Now, space postcards, I didn't really talk too much about that because that's a whole nother training, but you're able to manage and do that throughout your platform. Okay, so you can come here, and then we'll do another video showing you how to do the space postcards, but there's multiple ways to do space postcards, and we'll go through that at another time. Okay, so that's how we get started with that. One of the things too that you'll notice is that people will come to your presentation, and once they do, you don't have to click Start Broadcast like you do with GoToWebinar and other platforms. It's automatic. It's automatically started. So what I usually do is when people come here, one of the things you'll notice is that, like right now, they cannot hear me. Even though I went through my audio video setup, people can't hear you until you come here down at the bottom and click Talk Hands Free. So once I click this, you'll notice you'll be able to see lines moving underneath like you do right now, which means I am live. People can now hear me. Okay, so that's when I start my meeting. I come on and I say, hey, you guys, this is Bishop Stewart. We're about to start in 90 seconds. Thank you for joining, blah, blah, blah. So when you don't want people to hear you, okay, like if you're playing a video or something like that, make sure you come here and click this off, because otherwise people are going to be able to hear your mic. It's going to interrupt them on the video, like say you're taking a drink or eating something or whatever it is while a video is playing. Make sure you take this off so people can't hear you. So when this is on, people can hear you. Same with your guest. If you want someone to actually be heard and you're going to give them access to be heard on their mic, tell them they have to click on Talk Hands Free. Okay, so raise hand is a really cool feature. So if you ask a question during your presentation, people can raise their hand, say, hey, raise your hand if you think this is awesome. People can go right here and click that, and that's them raising their hand as I agree. Or they can do a thumbs down, I disagree. Or if they have a question, they can simply click on that, and it allows them now to do that, right? They're able to raise their hand, ask questions, and stuff like that. So you can set it up to where that's available for everyone immediately. Okay. Otherwise, they don't automatically have access to do that. And I'm going to show you here in a minute how to manage that. So the meeting room setup, you can change the color of your meeting room simply by coming here. The whole color of this whole webinar layout will actually change. Okay. So I don't want to do it right now because I like the color that it is, but you can change the room color. Okay. You can also change the language. How cool is this? For people. So if this was a Spanish presentation, I can come here. So I can change the language for my meeting room. All attendees will see this language when logging into your room. Okay. So look at that. Japanese, Arabic, Portuguese, Chinese, Russian, French, Dutch, Italiano, Espanol. So really cool that you're able to do that. Okay, so I haven't seen another platform that gives you that option. Unlock room layout, so I can change the room layout. Okay, so I don't want to do that right now because everything is set the way I like it. Conference logging, so I can keep a log of the entire conference, but I, of course, don't want to do that right now. Clear meeting room chat, which is a very cool feature. So let's just say there's a bunch of chat in here, right? And let me go to my other one that I have here. I'm actually logged in to location. So you hear that little ding, that's Stallone, which is also me typing. So let's just say I was talking to someone before the presentation started, and now I have people on, and I don't want everyone to read everything. So the presentation starting, I can simply come here, click clear meeting room chat, and you're going to see all of this chat right here disappear. Bam, right? It's all gone now. Sound configuration. So I can have this on. The sound that you heard earlier, that little beep, beep, was because I have text chat audio notification on. So that's why that lets me know that someone just sent a message, right? Or I can have that off and not be notified at all. Okay, when people are logging in and out of the conference, I can have a sound configured that's going to notify me of that. But I don't want to, have that because people show up in the middle of presentations 5 minutes after, and I don't want to start getting distracted. So I don't really worry about that. Menu configuration. Display menu navigation for guests. So that's what we have. So people can actually see all of this navigation up here. Of course, they don't see everything I see because I'm a host, so I see a little bit more than they do. But they're able to see a menu up here. So that's why I have that there set for them. So you want to leave that on. Private mode options. So this says display guest count while in private mode. So yes, display the information at the top of the attendees pod. So if I unclick this, okay, then what's going to happen is when I'm in private mode, people are not going to be able to see how many guests are on the webinar. Right now it says current guests 2, right? So if I unclick that, people when they come, they're not going to be able to see this, right? They won't be able to see who's in the meeting and how many people are attending the meeting. And end meeting options. Yeah, what do you want to happen at the end of the meeting? So you can actually type a message in here that people see when I click end the meeting, right? So I can also have a URL open up when I end the meeting. I could take them to a whole different web page or something like that, right? How cool is that? Imagine you just finished a meeting, you click end the meeting, and it brings them to your sales page or your website or whatever it is, right? Very, very cool, and it can increase conversions dramatically. Dramatically increase conversions with this little cool functionality right here, okay? So especially if you do a call to action or something in there. Now the audio video wizard, you can go through this again, like say something's happening with your mic or camera or something. You can come in here and go through this step again if you'd like. The help, I already went through that. Share desktop. Now, this is, okay, when you first do this, one of the things I want to say is this platform works better with Google Chrome, okay? It just works better with Google Chrome, so use Google Chrome with it. Now, if you haven't done the share desktop before, it's going to ask you to set up the latest version of Java. But since I've already done that, I've already shared my desktop before and downloaded that, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm just letting you know it's going to ask you to download the latest version of Java, and it's going to show you exactly how to do it. It's very simple. So here, now that I clicked it, it's going to say, do you want to run this application? Yes, of course I want to run it. It's from World Global Network. So click Run. Now, it's going to bring me to Start Broadcast. So let's just say I'm in this URL up here, or let's go back to the Will Smith one, right? And I want to share this. So what's cool about this is it gives you a box and lets you decide how much of your web page or your desktop or whatever it is that you're sharing you want to share. If you don't want people to see your whole desktop, you don't have to. But if I wanted to expand this,
here we have the best.
If I wanted to expand this, all I have to do is go here, and when the two arrows come out like that, and then I could just increase this, right? That's all I have to do is increase it. And I can, so you always want to go where it has the little yellow break right there. So I can come here, and as soon as the arrows appear like that, I can drag it down, I can drag this up, etc. Then I click Start Broadcast. What this means is all they're going to see is what's inside of this red box. They're not going to see this YouTube symbol and stuff outside of the box, right? They're only going to see what's in this box. So if I narrowed it down to just this video, right, then guess what? This is all they're going to see. They're not going to see these videos on the side or nothing else. So no matter what it is that you're showing, this is what people are going to see. So if it was this page, I can go right here, and this is all they're going to see when I'm sharing my desktop. So really, really cool, okay? And then you have to click Start Broadcast in order for people to see your desktop, okay? Really, really cool functionality there as well. Then, of course, log out when you finish. Now, right now, the meeting room is open. So let's just say I started a meeting, or it's a private meeting with certain people, and I don't want anyone else to join outside of this. All I have to do is lock the meeting room. No one else now can attend the meeting. Even if they go to the link, etc., they're not going to be able to attend the meeting. Okay, so that's really, really cool that we have that functionality as well. Okay, very, very powerful that we can do that. So there you guys have it. Another thing I want to show real quickly. Let me go ahead and bring it back up to the presentation here. Okay, so talk hands-free, we just went over. Now this is really important. This is guest rights. Now you'll notice as soon as I click this, I don't see a list of guests here, and that's because I'm in private mode. So what I want to do is, if you want to bring someone else's video up or bring them on mic or allow them to talk or whatever it is, you have to uncheck this and make this public. Okay, very, very important. So now when I click guest rights, you can see I see the name of people right here. So if I wanted to give Stallone access to talk or give him different rights, this list comes up here. If I want to let him upload files, download files, access the document center, use the whiteboard, I click on that. If I want him to go ahead and share his video, I can click on that. Share his desktop, co-browser, raise his hand. VoIP means his microphone. If I want to be able to hear Stallone, then I just leave that there. Private text. If I want to send him a message and no one else can read it, I can simply click that. Text chat. If I want him to be able to use notes, click that. If I want him to have access to be able to record this presentation, I would hit that as well. Okay, so now I've given Joshua access to live video as well. Now with that, I can do ban, dismiss guests. So if I have a rowdy person, I can dismiss them and make them leave the presentation and ban them from ever joining. I can search guests, etc. So this is how you do that. So if you want someone to come up and speak and do a testimony, you just come here, find their name. Remember, make sure it's on private mode isn't selected. Find their name and give them voice connection ability or video or both. So now I'm going to have Stallone, which is also me. I'm going to go over here now and I'm going to click webcam, and you're going to see my camera pop up here in just a second. And you should see my side view here in just a moment. And there I am on the side view. Okay, so that's Stallone up there. Now, I'm also going to come on camera on my main camera. Okay, so this is how we start doing live video conferencing. So now you can see me in two different angles. So I'm two different people right now. I can bring up to 32 different people here. And at the same time that we're talking and people can see us, we can be going through the PowerPoint presentation together, right? How cool is that, you guys, to be able to do that feature and that functionality? Okay, really, really awesome stuff here. So we have that capability as well. So there I am in both screens. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for Stallone and then go ahead and turn it off for myself. But that's really powerful, you guys, to be able to bring up 32 people. We can play the videos. Imagine if it's your family, right? How cool would that be, right? Bringing all your family on there and sharing things, etc., or your business associates. So we have that toggle view we went through. Full screen is self-explanatory. And then you have record. So let's go ahead and click record. And again, it's going to ask you to download the latest version of Java if you don't have it. I already have it. But now I'm seeing that it is blocked. Okay, so sometimes if you come up here and look, you see that X right there. It's actually blocking the application because I have high security settings on here. So what I would have to do is simply click on more information, right? And it's going to bring me up how to change my security settings to allow that feature, right? So it simply comes up right here and it shows you how to do it. It's very, very simple and takes just a couple of seconds to do. Okay, so all you're going to do is when you come to that place, your settings, you're going to have them allow World Space Meet to have access. Okay, so I believe here is one of them as well. So all of these were blocked. So I'm going to say allow, always allow pop-ups from World Space Meet. Okay, done. Okay, so let me go ahead and close that. But that's how you basically do it. And then you simply click record. Again, it's going to bring up the box for you to manage how much space you want to actually record. So I don't have to record the whole screen automatically like you do with other platforms. It's not like that. Okay, so very, very cool, very, very powerful technology. And now, very quickly, what I want to show you is, I think it's going to bring up the record for us here in just a moment. So it takes a couple minutes here to really do that. So while it's bringing up the record, one of the things that I wanted to talk about very, very briefly, and we actually don't even need to do record. It's very self-explanatory, very, very simple to do. It's just like sharing your desktop, except you hit record. So one of the things I wanted to show real quick and go through is the comparison between this platform and some of the other platforms out there like GoToWebinar. Now, I was using GoToWebinar, and let's look at some of their pricing. Remember, this is only $35 a month, okay? That's it, $35 a month. Now, here with GoToWebinar, look at some of their pricing. GoToWebinar, $79 per month per organizer for only 100 attendees, okay? And you can also, and it's billed annually, or it's $99 a month, okay, to go month to month. $99 a month for only 100 attendees. If you want 500 attendees, you're looking at $399 per month, you guys. Not $319. That's if you pay the whole year in advance. It's $399 per month. I was paying that, you guys, $399 a month for that platform. Crazy, right? And it didn't do half of what this platform does with Space Meet. That's $4,800 a year. Now, 1,000 attendees, this is actually the one I was paying, is $399 per month if you pay the whole year in advance, or it's $500 month to month for just 1,000 attendees. Now, with our system, let's look at how much that is. 500 times 12 months, that's $6,000 a year. We get 1,500 attendees. We have streaming video, whiteboard, bringing on 32 live video guests, etc. All of these different functionalities that GoToWebinar does not have, we have, and it's only $35 a month. Okay, $35 a month for the entire Space Meet system. So that's more than just this webinar platform. We get all the other services and platforms with World Global Network, and it's only $35. That's $420 a year compared to $6,000 a year. Big, big difference, okay? Now let's look at some of their features. Full service registration, HD video recording, archived recordings, so you can go back and find your recordings, and then they do polls and surveys. So you can also bring on a guest host. He can share his desktop, etc. But you cannot do all of the functionalities that I just showed you with Space Meet. Nowhere near the same amount of functionalities, you guys. Now, they also have where their conversions, because they require people to register. Now, one of the things about it is it has a plain design, which hurts your conversions, right? They ask for the first and last name, which completely hurts your conversions, right? It definitely hurts your conversions when you ask for all of that. And there's extra links for them to download. They have to download software. They have to look at system requirements. All of these things hurt the conversion rate of your attendance rate, right? It hurts your conversion rate. With our platform, there's no download. Okay, people just come straight into your platform. It's cloud-based. Okay, there's no downloading or anything like that. There is no comparison, in my personal, humble, professional opinion, between GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar versus Space Meet. Not from a price standpoint and not from a functionality standpoint. Why spend $6,000 a year on a product that's a great product? Nothing wrong with GoToWebinar, but it doesn't have all the functionalities of this platform here. It's not as powerful, it's not as streamlined, it's not as easy to use, it's not going to convert as much, and ours is only $420. You're spending over $5,500 more dollars a year for GoToWebinar. Okay, so that's been my presentation. That's my time. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will talk to you soon on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. If you have any questions, of course, reach out. You know how to find me. I'll talk to you soon. Everyone, God bless.